Wow. Pew. And that's all we had to say, everybody.
Ah, welcome back, people.
Yeah. Was that beep from your phone or?
Yes, I'm discussing dinner plans.
Ah, that's cool. Just wanted to make sure it was not from my head. You know, I don't want to be hallucinating like that. I hate these fucking buildings.
You and me both, buddy.
It's a
You and
pain
me
in the
both.
anus to go through.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
This is a pleasant sight, though. Just some treasury. Lovely. A volley gun of wildfire. Wow.
Where are we going?
To the target destination, I would hope. Which is where? I do not know. I have to go through here, or probably not, but at least there's some enemies. And a chest. Nope. Ah, so now we're here. Okay, I see.
Oh, fuck. Turned off my music, by the way.
Alright. Bomb. Look at that big Ironside Hulk. Go back to the Avengers, you bitch.
You know, I've been...
Oh, fucking
Really?
Whirlpool.
It just spawns on top of us.
Yeah, not just that, but also in such tight quarters. That's a real pain in the doozle.
Imagine we'd been low on life.
I'm kind of feeling like that right now.
I'm just plowing through everything.
Yeah. Let's get away from the fucking Aether thing, right?
Yeah.
I think from all the things in this game, I hate the ethereals the most. Like these Aether warp fuck tits. They're just such a pain in the
I'd
ass to
rather
deal
go
with.
back to the fucking screamers from the Chthonians.
Yeah. They hurt, but they weren't as annoying. Because this is a whole new level of fuckery.
Whole new level of fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. And which way is the right way to go? Who knows?
I don't know, man.
I feel like my area over here also continues. Of course, why wouldn't it?
But there's all these little nooks and crannies. We're missing so much shit, no doubt.
Yeah. There's probably 1,000,002 secrets that we could find just here. Like this house alone probably has like 13 hidden dungeons, 15 optional bosses, 26.5 treasure chests.
Where's the half just treasure just coming in?
The half is from Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Right.
Huh. Oh. Finally, you're getting into the spirit of things. We've been up there, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to go into the field of green.
Do we?
Think so? Yes, yeah. Boop. A change of plans. Well, that's a note for me in it. Since you already have 400. Oh, there's an Aether barrier there.
You know what? What's cool? We mentioned that we were gonna read at the start of this episode. What do? We just completely ignore everything.
Did we say that we would read at the start? I only said that we would read in this episode.
Give me 1 second, reader.
Sure. As a car honks outside. Is that still the second?
Huh?
Am I still giving you the second, or?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he says.
Yeah. Sorry about that, people. Sometimes you just gotta... Oh shit, this is multiple bosses.
Oh wow. Sometimes you just gotta. Well, the sounds they make are totally not obnoxious. Praise be unto AOE. Not from the enemy, so I hate enemy AOE. I do very much appreciate my own AOE though.
Did we kill one yet?
Yeah, we killed 2 already. Boop. That's 3. 3 for the price of 3.
Yummy, 1 vital essence.
Hey.
Delicious.
Congrats, man, you had way more loot than me. Cause I got nothing. But I think this is the loot. This is where the loot is gonna spill. Look at all these loot items. Wow. There's gotta be something more, right? There's gotta be more. I mean, there's some place that we could get into. Oh, okay.
A nearby monolith stirs.
Really?
Escape the city.
Hmm. Did it say that?
Yeah, it's when we entered here. It said a nearby monolith stirs. I'm guessing that this monolith over here is this thing. Either that or.
But there was a.
Big.
But there was a door down here, right? The wooden door. Seems like we could explore that.
Oh, well. You die, baby.
At least we got a Steam achievement. Hello? Hello?
We also never made it to the store, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very correct. Katrine. Who the fuck are you? Why are you just a random NPC down here? You don't even have a quest for us. What is going on here? I'll just talk to the bitch. Hello? Who are you? Nobody but Eldritch comes down here anymore unless, calm down, we've dealt with that monster. As much as it relieves me to hear that, I will not know peace until I find my baby Alice. You took your baby? Yes, he sent her away on the boats to Melmoth. I begged him to leave her with me. How could he just send her away like that? His own flesh and blood. I can't bear to think of my beautiful little girl out there all alone with those monsters. Come with us, we can lead you to safety. No, I can't. I just can't leave my precious Alice. I have to go find her. You won't make it out there alone. I've seen such horrors down here, locked up like an animal. Every night he came to me to play his little games. I can't leave my Alice to such a fate, or worse, I have to find her. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. You rid me of that monster and I thank you, but I must go and find Alice. She's my baby. I am all that she has. We understand? Be careful out there. I can talk to her again. My Alice, I must go to Melmoth. Find her. Okay, be careful out there.
Oh, Melmoth. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna find her.
Yeah, there's something about that Melmoth place. I got a bad feeling about that.
So yeah, there's a part of the map that we did not uncover. Well, fuck it. I'm done.
No, let's backtrack through this lovely fucking territory.
You can go if you want.
Whoops. Accidentally clicked the escape the city thing. What? Really? I get out and get immediately blasted by an aether crystal? Whew. Well, that was fun, but we beat it. We beat it.
Beat it, beat it.
Beat it, beat it. No, beat it. Look at how many notes that we have.
Yeah.
So the rest of the episode, which is 20 minutes, we can just spend reading. So take your time.
Yeah, grab a drink, sit back, close your eyes, and just listen to us fumble over words while we try to read notes.
Yeah, it's basically like a poopcast now. Podcast, but it's us, so it's shitty, so it's a poopcast.
Hot.
Yeah.
So I'm in Fort Acon to talk to Stasia.
Oh yeah, right, we had a quest there. Haha. My bad, my bad. Okay. I took that very personally. Very personally. Alright. Anal hysteria. Let's talk. Have you brought me the archivist's head? Yes, take it. Ah, Thelon. I hope the journey back to the Aether was as painful as it looks. You've spent too long in one body, grown comfortable. I'm sure you never even suspected. Do you know this ethereal? Yes, for countless eons. He and I were one of the first to arrive upon Cairn. But once we took on bodies, our interests had diverged. Spent long enough in a human, and you're bound to start thinking like one. So you lied to us. And Creed has suspected for some time. I imagine he always knew, but the information I've presented put his morals at odds with necessity. In the end, are the lives saved not worth a few lies? Would you have listened if I had told you the truth, or would you have killed my host, as Reeve wanted? Perhaps you're right. We would have assumed the worst. And you would have been right too. My kind has been cruel to your people. Used them like mere tools. I wish to undo that harm, but I cannot do so alone. Well, we have some questions, I suppose. We got time to fill, so. I am certain that you do, she says. It says. Why would you betray your own kind? Oh my god. Before I turned upon my masters, I was tasked with conquering the Northland, starting with Homestead, but inhabiting a human has opened my eyes to an existence I had thought futile and temporary. Human lives, despite being so brief and ultimately pointless, are so rich and full of wonder. I have come to develop feelings for your species, a concept most ethereals cannot even fathom. Ultimately, I see our domination of humanity as cruel. I could no longer contribute to your assimilation. Do I have another question?
I don't know, do you?
Well, what is an ethereal really? We were the servants of the primordial gods, but when our makers grew jealous of one another, we became soldiers in a cataclysmic war. Countless creations were eradicated by the ensuing conflict, countless millennia of our work erased in a flicker of godly anger. But none of that compared to the day one side chose to harness the darkness of the void in a desperate bid for victory. The results were catastrophic, and our masters were cut down or scattered to the far reaches of creation. And we, the most loyal servants, were banished to the Aether for the simple crime of serving without question. There, stripped of our physical forms, we were forced to wander the emptiness of the stars for all eternity, the scars inflicted upon us by the void's minions still burning deep. That is, until we encountered humans. So there are other worlds.
So they're basically saying they got schmurdered, and now they're like, oh wait, hang on, we can take their bodies and try to fight back.
Yeah, seems like enough.
Not given as a choice.
So my question was,
Imagine if they just asked. Imagine if they just asked, like, can you help us?
We would have been like, hell no.
we take over your body, give you unimaginable power, and then you use that power to defeat our enemy, so we can go back home. Well, corruption runs everywhere, right?
Definitely. Yeah. A human mind cannot even begin to comprehend the countless worlds and realities that exist beyond your own. Though how many still remain after the wanton destruction inflicted upon creation during the War of the Gods, that is difficult to say. Well, okay, thank you for the talk. Really? You just gave a blue ring for that? A blue ring? Ugh, and it's not even good. Is your gate open now?
That's locked.
No. Weird.
I got a belt.
I go fucking ring. It's not good. First of all, it's not good. Secondly, I can't wear it yet. And thirdly, it's not good.
Yeah, this belt is just a pile of shit too.
And
It's-
fourth
it's-
of
it's
all,
It's
sorry.
a lightning bill belt.
lightning bill belt.
Yeah, a lightning bill belt.
That's not good for you. You're not a lightning bill necro.
What did you say?
You are not a lightning built necro.
Oh,
Lightning built
That was-
necromancer.
right.
Yes, I know it sounded a little bit off. I did not mean for that. Chill.
That's what you said, right? Nah, just fucking.
I am doomed.
I'm just fucking, man.
Oh, I wish you were.
Price of what we've got left.
I'm just fucking, man.
See you around.
That's
No, I'm
gay.
not. Don't get your hopes up, people.
Or at least it's bi, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
so I got 5 notes in my inventory. to read through.
Holy fucking hell.
But I think one of them at least is
Yeah, we got some shared ones.
yeah.
Well, let me read the first note. Journal of Page Renault, Part 2. Several of our neighbors have moved away. They've had enough of the growing garbage problem and the sudden surge in crime here in Old Town. Omir and Shara are the latest to leave. Shara was crying when she begged us to come with them, but our business is here and we can't just pack up. Food around the city is starting to be rationed. Shops are closing. Alden and I are keeping our shop open, but he has started hiding cheese and other food down in the basement, just in case, he says. I wonder if maybe Sharo is right. Maybe we should be leaving too.
He was starting to hide cheese down in the basement. You know what that means, right?
Rats. Journal of Page Renault, page 3. Men broke into the shop. They cleaned out the store and shattered Alden's leg when he resisted. The bone was sticking right through the skin of his thigh, and I don't know what to do. The only doctor is in Hightown, but the bridge has been blocked off by the guard. I wrapped it as best I could, but it still bleeds occasionally. We've been hiding in the basement since that night. Alden wakes up from time to time, but he seems confused and feverish. We should have left weeks ago when the others did. Occasionally I hear someone entering upstairs and rummaging through the shelves. I hope that they don't discover the stairwell leading down here. I'm so scared. And then Journal of Page Renault, Part 4. Alden hasn't woken up in a day. I tried to make him eat or drink something, but he can't keep anything down. He is so pale. He's going to die soon. I think I've known this fact for days, but I just didn't want to believe it. The looters have stopped coming by, likely because there's nothing left to steal. I've braved the upstairs to see what has happened since the fighting stopped, and the sight was terrifying to behold. Parts of the city are burning. Most of the homes are abandoned or destroyed. One day I witnessed a couple running between buildings with their child and a small sack of belongings. I should leave too, but I can't leave Alden. I don't understand how the city could turn to this so quickly. One moment we were planning the next stages of our business, and next the city is in a state of war. The worst of it seems to be over though. It's been quiet. So quiet. You want me to continue reading all my notes?
Reading your nuts? No. Unless you have the Renault pages. 'Cause I don't have any Renault pages, it seems.
I just read all 4 of them. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, I read 4 of them. I have the criminal records page 1,
You have criminal records page 1?
and then Port Valbury's Mayor's Journal, or 2.
Part
And
what?
then we share Jaren's journal and the same dream again, right?
Which part of the Mayor's journal do you have?
Part 2.
I have that as well.
Yeah. So we share 3. So I'll just read criminal records page 1.
Yeah.
Leander Blackwater Green, ex-military man wanted for extortion and murder. Leander was dishonorably discharged from the demolitions division following a grisly civilian incident. Leander escaped custody on at least 2 separate occasions using unsanctioned explosive devices. News of sightings or proof of death should be brought before Warden Krieg of Burwich Prison. A reward of 1,000 royal crowns is offered for the successful capture and delivery of Leander Green alive.
God damn, man, I thought the king only had 1 crown, but seems he's got a ton to spare. I'm joking, chill. So anyways, I will continue with the Mayor's Journal Part 2, because it seems like a continuation on something. Huh?
Yeah. Continuation of this first one.
Yeah. I no longer know what game Aldrich is playing, but it has come at a cost to our citizens, and that I cannot allow to continue. Whether out of malice or plain incompetence, I have not been receiving updates regarding recent events in Port Valbury. The tragically mishandled trash issues in Old Town in particular. I am now hearing rumors of outright revolt and dissent among the citizens. Whatever the council had done in my absence was clearly not done in the best interest of the citizenry. Tomorrow I intend to return to the public eye and remove Van Aldrich from the position of High Advisor. A risk against my life be damned. But there is some good news in all this. Kivel, the Nightblade, once under my employ, has asked to meet. He promises me information regarding a plot against my life. Callus Stroon, Mayor of Port Valbury.
How much
Seeing
you
how
want
we
to bet that Nightblade guy is gonna kill him?
I mean, we don't have the 3rd page, right? So it's kinda...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, which one should I read next?
The
Try
same dream again.
The same dream again. Okay, that's the one we read. Well, that's fucking lovely. Awesome. Yeah, I've had this dream before. Where I had a lore page that was 26 books long. Okay. I have had the same recurring dream several nights now. There are some slight variations, but the context remains the same. Every time I find myself walking through the looming alleyways of Old Town. I don't know who I am, but I can feel fine silk slide over my skin as I walk. The ancient and pitted cobblestones under my feet send shards of broken stone flying with each hurried step. An unwholesome fog rolls in from the festering dumping grounds that have begun to spill over the retaining walls and into the main road. For some reason, this pleases me. I seem to be aware of details and affairs that I should not know. For example, I know that the fog is not natural. It gathers here by the will of an unseen power pulling the strings. In my dreams, this power is familiar to me, almost welcoming. But as soon as I am free of the dream, the meaning is lost upon my waking mind. I make haste through the concealing fog towards the harbour master's office. There I find myself in a poorly lit room with 2 figures obscured by shadows, both men. One is large and loud. He smells of rotting fish and stale beer. The other is also large, but more in physical stature than the girth of his belt. He clings and scrapes with the sounds of metal as he moves. A soldier or town guard, perhaps. They talk, but I cannot make out what they say. The sense of dread and malice that pours from these men is a palpable wave of fire. In my heart I know that the decisions made around that table will mark the end of the world for mankind. But last night's dream was different. It kept going. I find myself with a bird's eye view of the city, watching as arcane fire spreads across the horizon and grows as far as the eye can see and burns all it touches to ash and oblivion. Then, as if floating at the end of a rope, in one hard pull I find myself back in the dark room. The pungent odor of unwashed men and rotting ocean fills my nose. I stare into a cracked mirror hanging on the wall, but I do not see myself, staring back. It is the face of the High Advisor, his expression first marked by surprise and then anger. For a brief moment I catch the same fires that consumed the world stirring within his eyes. In that instant the dream shattered and I awoke out of breath and tangled in sweat-soaked sheets. But I knew that it was more than just a nightmare spurred by an overactive imagination. He saw me through the glass, just as I saw him. I bore witness to something I was never meant to see, and now my identity is compromised. I must leave this place. Get as far away as I can. I will head southeast, across the dark waters. Eerily familiar voices have been calling to me from that area for some time. I don't know why, but in my heart I am certain that safe haven awaits me in the bog. A boat leaves for Burwich in the morning. I intend to be on it. Kalia.
Do we know a Kalia?
I don't know.
Oh, god damn it. You have unlucky notes.
Yes. Jarn's journal. What have I done? Can I actually enlarge this? That's what she said. I am writing this for the record in the event that the High Advisor, I am writing this for the record that in the event that the High Advisor decides to dispose of me, as he already has with the others. I am beginning to fear that I have made a grave error in supporting Van Eldridge in his uprising. The initial plan was devious, but it made sense. Local sailors spread rumors of corruption and tax hikes, while the city guard overlooked the crimes committed by my subordinates to stir up gossip. I became a bit uneasy when we started using the rumors about witches to smuggle women to Melmoth, but Eldridge reassured me that they would be well taken care of, and we were paid handsomely for each one, so I chose not to question it further. One evening, when we gathered to discuss future plans, Eldridge suddenly began acting very strange. He kept looking over his shoulder as if somebody were watching, and his expression became downright ghastly when he stared at the mirror hanging on my wall. He cut the meeting short and demanded that all future discussion be carried out via courier. Very strange, but I did not think much of it at the time. Figured the old man was getting paranoid as his plans came to fruition. That left me to deal with Captain Brastock directly. I have never met a more cruel and opportunistic man in my life, and I know every sailor that comes through these parts. I can't imagine it took much to convince him to join the High Advisor's schemes. He informed me that that the reports of witches were coming in too slowly, so his men began painting weapons in people's home. Planting weapons, not painting weapons. They began painting weapons, and their art skills improved massively. They began planting weapons in people's homes to warrant arrests. Each ship sailing to Melmoth is now overflowing with would-be criminals. What Eldridge needs all these people for is beyond me. It was not until the day Eldridge asked me to transport several large boxes to him in Hightown, though, that I started to suspect that something was amiss. Seemed innocent enough at the time, until one of the crane ropes snapped and the crate dropped several feet onto the cobblestones. The wood splintered in several places, and the sickening smell flared up our nostrils and made our skin crawl. The crate shook as if something was alive in there. I could make out a faint green light through the cracks in the side. I had my men carry that thing out of my docks as soon as able. But it was not till the day of Captain Brastock's very bloody public execution that I began to suspect that we are all merely pawns in Eldridge's game, and that in the end, the only winner of his uprising would be none other than the High Advisor himself. Needless to say, I am keeping a close eye on the mayor's offices, and I doubled the pay of my bodyguards. Eldridge isn't going to get rid of me so easily. Jarn, Port Valbury, Harbour Master.
So, how long have we been reading? You had a timer of your thingamajigger.
Yeah, it's been almost 10 minutes.
Holy shit.
No, actually we're at 28 minutes now. When did I don't know actually.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So this one's done already, so that's cool. A consensus overruled. Okay, this one's acceptable, I guess.
Oh, we got more notes?
Yeah, there's more.
Holy shit.
I must express my disappointment in the consensus to redirect the vessel Theoden Marcel to the strategically insignificant region of Homestead. While I realize that the unexpected and still unexplained sudden disappearance of Anasteria has left the region woefully unsupervised, I believe the attention of the Shaper of Flesh is better served in Melmoth, where his grand work can continue without interruption. I understand that splintering the Black Legion's attention between Fort Icon and the farmlands will be instrumental to their final destruction, but surely such indelicate matter as the extermination of vermin can be taken upon by a vessel of lesser importance. I anticipate your reply in this matter in due haste, so that a new consensus can be achieved without delay and the Shaper of Flesh return to Melmoth. Overlord Eldridge of Port Valbury. And then we also have a change of plans, which of course is a book once more. I regret to report that our initial efforts in subduing the the ruling vessel of Port Valbury have proven unsuccessful. Contrary to previous expectations, this mortal does not exhibit many of the usual vices and mental flaws that allow us to usurp the mind and assume control. I believed his light-hearted and jovial demeanor to mean he didn't care about the city and was only interested in the lavish parties and extravagant lifestyle. This would have been an excellent weakness to exploit, but his outward persona is a mask that masterfully concealed a very sharp mind. Evidently, this is part of his political strategy and has led many an adversary to underestimate him. Although my efforts have proven futile, they were not entirely without success, for I have found my way into the mind of the mayor's trusted advisor, who they call Van Aldrich. He is a petty and scheming man who already harbored desires for the vaunted position we sought in Port Valbury. With a few suggestions, I had entered his mind. He belongs to us now. All your base are belong to us. Something like that. I don't know. This vessel has many valuable connections within the city, which I had used to orchestrate assassination attempts upon the mayor. While those two proved unsuccessful, they have caused the mayor to become increasingly paranoid and fearful for his well-being. As a direct approach seems to be out of the question, I have begun stirring the locals in the interest of destabilizing the region. To facilitate matters, I've used my position to subtly push the mayor's decisions in the direction that suits us, so that the growing dissent goes unnoticed until it is far too late. While this is contrary to our usual methods, I am confident that Port Valbury will be ready for the imminent glorious dawn, and no adjustments will be necessary to our established timeline. Van Aldrich, High Advisor of Port Valbury.
What a dick.
What a dick. Writing such long-ass notes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-wee. But that was it. That was the last note I had. Unless I'm missing one of my inventory.
So many people fell asleep.
No, I doubt that. If they did,
No.
it's nightmares.
They all fell asleep. I mean, I almost fell asleep.
Same. Wow, my stash is full.
You throw too much shit into your stash, buddy.
Yeah. But you know, blues have a value for us now, so...
That is true. That is true. I sold my blues. I'm sorry, that's my doorbell ringing.
Wasn't audible actually. At least not for me.
Keep an eye on
Then
this.
hopefully we're lucky enough that the mic didn't pick it up either.
Yeah. I don't think it
See
did,
what's left
so...
of my wares.
We're cool. But yeah, that was
Holy
a
shit,
very
there was
reedy
shit.
episode. What?
This is a boring ass episode for the people. We did more reading than actual action.
Yeah, well, you know, we can change that. Look at that. Boom. Flames.
Boners.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, and look at that. If I do this, wow, even more numbers. I think it's cool that my passive thingy can also proc off of spells. It's very nice. It's not just
Can I
auto
make you
attacks.
in the face?
What?
I asked if I could mace you in the face.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. Come on, smack him. Damn it.
Well, you gotta press the attack button, otherwise it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I can't smack you.
You
There
gotta
we go.
press shift as well.
Alright. Shift smack him. Nope.
I mean, I can just shoot.
No, I can't. Can't smack.
Well, that sucks. For
I
you.
need a target.
Anyways, we are boring the people again. So thank you everybody so much for watching this very booky episode.
Notes. Notey episode.
Notey.
Nutty episode.
Nutty book episode. Nutting on books.
Yeah, we do apologize for all the reading.
But it's for the completion. You know, we started reading the notes and everything. It's for the lore. Everybody that
Yeah, we don't
doesn't
do
care
it.
for it, you just skip ahead, okay? You just can skip that shit.
We,
But
we don't even have all the lore notes. I think.
no,
There's some stories that are just unfinished because we didn't find all the pages.
that's true. But you know, for the people that do care about the lore, we read it for you. And if we didn't do a good job, then well, unlucky. But you can just pause the video and read it. if you don't like the voices, or if you do like
Yeah,
the
I
voices.
mean,
you just-
we have 4 episodes where Kato was reading, but you didn't hear his voice. So.
Yeah, I suppose you'll have to just read it.
Yeah. If you're curious about what the notes were saying. But, yeah, people.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for watching.
yeah.
Hopefully this episode does not put you to sleep. Probably will,
I mean,
but
maybe you're actually watching this to fall asleep. Maybe it's relaxing to you. Who knows?
that's
So-
entirely possible. As we're making a bunch of noise, smacking shit.
Yeah,
we will see you in the next episode.
definitely. Until then,
Have a
take
good
good care of yourselves and goodbye.
Bye, people.